Hey, boys and girls, this is your host, Ranger Matt. How's everybody doing? I'm the creator of the channel, the movie Ranger Express. Hope everybody's doing well. I just wanted to come on board and give an update about what I'm working on. I know some of y'all probably seen that and always go, "Why? What's up with the train clip?" Well, that's just my little intermission clip that I use whenever a break or beginning or ending is involved. I've used it in my podcast, and that train footage actually is filmed by me. I went to a train exhibit here once, and I took my little the phone I had at the time. I took it and I peeled it down on the train track, and I got all that footage. I got a couple other clips that I filmed that day, and I need to post that sometime. But I wanted to share. As many of y'all may have known and seen from my posts on Facebook and on my channel, Movie Ranger Express, I'm working on a new documentary on Barney. I did the last one, and everybody loved it. It was well received by everybody, including Cheryl Leach. So at this point, you guys are probably going, well, why doing another one? What's this one going to be about? Well, Barney has a 40th anniversary coming up soon. And while maybe 3 years in advance, as you all may know, and I know, the time goes by fast. It goes by quick. So, and because this time, since the documentary ended, I worked with Jess Nelson on his life story. I worked with Stephen White on his story. I've interviewed so many more people this time who was on Barney that I figured why not do something with it. And since he has a 40th anniversary coming up, why not do a documentary series? But this time it's going to be an episode format. So each new episode is going to be something new and different about Barney in ABC order. And like last time, when it ends, it's going to be like a final conclusion with, final words from everybody who I've interviewed who want to say something about Barney. And I'm excited about it. I worked really hard on getting interviews and putting this together. I haven't edited yet. I'm going to edit in January of next year, which is in 2 months, which is going to be the hard work because I've interviewed close to almost, if you include cast, crew, and fans, I've interviewed close to almost 100 people, a lot of people. Not even including people who I spoke with via the phone about their part on Barney. So it's a lot of great stories that you'll hear this time. And like I said before, you may know a lot about Barney if you're a true fan, but there might be something this time you didn't know about. From all the interviews I've done, there's a lot of things this time about Barney's history and over the years that I've heard about that I didn't even know. And there's even a rumor or two about Barney behind the scenes that is on the Barney Wiki page that when I interviewed that particular person or someone and I asked a particular question about what I've read, they clarified, well, that error was wrong. And they gave it the facts. So there are some errors on Wiki page, and I'm not dissing I'm not dissing Barney Wiki, but there are a thing or two that I've read and I heard about, and when I asked the person who I interviewed or interviews about this particular topic or two, they clarified it and said it wasn't accurate, and this was the actual truth. So there are some things that I found out about the history about Barney that may not be fully accurate that you may have read or seen online or on the wiki page. So and there's a lot of that, and this is really a big dig dive into Barney's history, and there's going to be a lot of things that you'll see that has never been seen before by the public, a lot about behind the scenes, a lot of interviews, a lot of articles, a lot of this and that is. Maybe an interview or two that you'll see that some people probably have seen, but I don't know because I know some people aren't really social media active, so I don't know how much interviews people have seen over the years. But there are some that I came across that you'll see, and that I don't think that's ever been on YouTube. But yeah, it's a great process. And the reason why I'm editing now is because, as you all know, Mattel has been working on many different Barney projects. They're working on this movie. I don't know when it's going to come out. I've heard no updates about it other than the few that's been coming out here and there from Mattel. And as you all probably know at this point too, Cheryl Leach, the creator, is also working on her story about Barney. I don't know a lot about what that's going to entail than the few things I've heard, but it's not really what I'm doing. So I decided to post this a little early in advance, the project. And then in 2028, and this is the big one, in 2028, when Barney's official 40th anniversary comes, each month I'll post 2 interviews of people who I've spoken with. So in January it'll be 2 interviews, February it'll be two, March, April, going down the line until December of 2028. It'll be 2 interviews of people who I've spoken with from my archives who was on Barney in a way, and giving their insight about Barney and how that came to be for them and how it changed their lives. And so you're probably wondering, why not just post all the interviews? Well, maybe one day, maybe. But in a nutshell, I think this is a little better. Some people didn't want to be on camera. When I told them that it would be voiceover and other elements, they kind of agreed to that and said, "Okay, I'll do that." So some people probably just didn't want to be seen in the public eye anymore. So I have to respect their boundaries, and that's the thing when you do projects, you got to understand people's boundaries and space. Rather they give you a yay or a nay. So, but in a nutshell, every interview I've spoken with has been great, has been fun, informational, and I'm really excited for what the public will see. It is nerve wracking, I will say, because as you see, I have no team. I do everything on my own. Now there are some people behind the scenes who are helping me in certain elements, in certain ways to make this project pop. But everything else I'm going to be doing on my own. And because this is going to be kind of the last documentary project I'm going to do on Barney, in the midst of this and some of the interviews I'll post in 2028. After that, unless somebody else from Barney who was on at that time has a story to tell at this point, I don't know what else would there be left to tell about Barney other than the projects I've done, the one we saw in the Peacock documentary, which I was not a part of. And the one that Cheryl was doing, I'm just like, unless somebody from the higher ups had a story to tell, or somebody who worked on the show has a story to tell, at this point, I don't know what else is left to tell where Barney is concerned. I think some of the producers should tell their stories. I know Cheryl is, but I mean Dennis and Kathy and some others I think should. But other than that, I don't know what else would be left to tell about Barney that's not already out there. So when this is over, I'm going to wrap it up, and just keep archived everything that I have and memories, and just proceed on. I built a lot of friendships with some people, so I'm glad of that, and we'll keep in touch with them when this is over. And also for those who've been following my work, my documentary on Theodore Tugboat is going to be finished between Christmas and New Year's of this year, which is next month. It's almost finished. I'm in the final stages with it. I'm very excited about it. That too is a project where I've learned some things I didn't know about when it came to the making of Theodore Tugboat, which was filmed in Halifax, a whole other continent away from Barney. But only ran for 5 years. But it was a great process. It took a while to do because there was some bumps in the road with that project, but it's coming along. But for Barney and the 40th and the one I'm doing now as well, as I said, I know a lot of people, fans, crew, cast are going to be very excited about it. I'll keep you guys posted. I'm going to start editing in January, and once I have an idea as to where it is and if it's satisfied and ready to be seen, then I'll put a trailer out. And if somebody had the idea that maybe the night of I should do like a live stream for any fans or anybody that may want to come on and say a few words, and maybe I'll do that. I don't know if it'll be the day of, because it's going to be on a Monday night. And normally on Monday nights when I come home from work, it's very busy for me. So I may not have the time to stop and do that. But maybe that Sunday, the day before, I'll do a live stream, and I'll invite some people on who I spoke with who may want to say a few words before it airs. The project airs. It's not it. It's not it. Because I was torn between if it was going to be like a Monday night or a Friday night. But from what I'm learning, people are normally busy on Fridays going into the weekend. So at least on Monday, when you come home from work or school when you're settled, you can pull it up online. And maybe if you have that right cable like I do, where you can pull it up on your TV, you can pull up and watch it. I'm just excited about it. It's a lot of great details that's going to play off to make this pop, and I'm excited about it. So thank you to the fans. Thank you for the cast and crew who's been supporting me and doing these projects with me. I'll continue to update everybody and share updates when things are more in progress with editing and pulling it together. And we'll we'll see what happens. So you guys have a blessed one. Take care, and thanks for supporting me, and I'll keep you all updated. Until next time, howdy. See you later. I say howdy. That's a hello. Toodles. We'll do Stella. Toodles.